because if you don't play great, you could be out of the spiel. So good to be 2-1.
Well, to that point, you were teetering a little bit because you left it to the draw shot challenge, lost the first one, won the second one. Interestingly, you haven't been throwing the rock. Other teams just default to the skip. Take us through that strategy.
Yeah, I'm not interested in throwing that shot. Too much pressure, Devin. No, but I said earlier, it's just kind of whatever makes sense. If I haven't thrown a lot of draws in the game, then I'm probably not going to throw that shot. You know what's nice is to have 4 confident guys that all feel like they can make that shot. And the 2 games where we did go to draw the button for the win, Ben and Brett wanted the shot. I'm never going to tell them no, and they both did great. It's but we needed that win just now. To get the 3 points there is big for playoffs.
To your point about easing into the slams, you have been watching as much as I have. We're seeing some of the Canadian teams with a bit of a hangover from the trials. Maybe talk about the emotional high of that for you to then sort of reset and get back into curling mode.
Sure, yeah. Well, when you build for 3.5 years to be your best in November, which was only 2 weeks ago at the trials, whether you win or lose, you're going to come down from that event. I mean, that was a spectacular event. There was a lot on the line. Emotions ran high for everyone. And you can tell that the Canadian teams are definitely having a little more difficult time. I think just wrapping your head around getting into the game, you know, especially coming out for these evening draws. It's always a little tougher to come out in the evening games with energy. But I think we did a good job of that. We got the smelling salts going again this week. We're cracking 2 of those a game, and those certainly help.
I might need some. Listen, you're wearing the Maple Leaf once again. You know what's been nice is walking around this arena and in Kelowna at the Olympic qualifier, a lot of Canadian fans saying, I might have been cheering for a different team, but Brad Jacobs and his team representing our country, we believe, give us the best chance for gold. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot. You know, we really hope that the entire country, even maybe some people from Newfoundland get behind us at least one time in February. But we know a lot of Canadians are going to be cheering for Team Homan and for us, and we certainly want to do them proud. You know, we want to go to the Olympics and at the very least get a medal, but both of our teams are aiming for the top of that podium and gold. We want to make Canadians proud. So we're going to train hard between now and February when we go to Cortina and give ourselves the best chance to do so.
Great stuff. Thanks for doing this, Brad. Good luck tomorrow. I think you've got Muscadovitz.
We do. Yeah. Those guys are tough. Yeah, the Germans. So we'll have to be sharp.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Thanks, Devin.
All right. Brad Jacobs after a win. A great shot in the 7th. A run back double to cash in 3. Of course, loving that. Another win for Brad in the Battle of the Brads. As we continue on in the post-game show, I believe, if I look behind me in our monitor, we are looking for Brett Gallant. I'm not sure where he ended up. Brett, there he is, waiting in the shadows. I was looking for him. As you see our broadcast location right there. Brett, great to see you. Congratulations on tonight's victory, playing your old team. You know, I don't talk about that much anymore because it seems like old news. Interesting stat I just told Brad a second ago. It was a 66 meeting between the Brads, 33-33 overall going into it, the 34th win. You've been a part of a lot of these. What does a game like that mean in the victory here tonight?
Oh, it's just any time. Like when I was on the Gushu side, you knew it was going to be a tough game, and now I'm on the Jacob side, you know it's going to be a tough game. So it's tooth and nail. I mean, Brad made a huge shot in the 7th end to get 3, and because it was looking like we were probably heading for another draw to the button or something like that, right? It was just a tight game, and that kind of little run double was unreal. So that was kind of the difference.
I know Benny's a happy camper when he gives it smirk that he gave over to you. You guys are firing. Your skipper just said best game of the week so far, but he talked about the emotional high of the trials, and then you sort of have to reset. What's it been like for you?
Yeah, I feel like we're on this kind of emotional hangover. You know, we're still riding the high a little bit, but there's just so much emotion, so much excitement at the trials, and to kind of come off of that and to get up for this is still a meaningful event for us. We want to keep the momentum going, but it's tough to replicate what it was like at the trials. So we're maybe not firing quite on all cylinders, but we're getting close. That was a really pretty strong game for us, and hopefully try to grind into the playoffs.
It was hilarious to have Brent Lang and Kirk Myers and Tara Sloan on the call, because Kirk was talking about the mixed doubles event and you wearing your Canadian swag and everything like that. Congratulations on the win in the mixed doubles event. It's been good for you guys. Talk to me about the the preparation with Jocelyn. It's getting close. I think Bruce said on the pregame show, 48 days away.
Yeah, it's getting close. We've put in more preparation to mixed doubles this year than we ever have, really over the last 18 months leading into the trials last season. Lots of practice. We're getting into playing some competition now leading up. And yeah, we had our first one last weekend. It was pretty successful for us. So yeah, we just need to, we have a plan in place. We've had this plan in place for a year now. So it's just now that it's getting close to showtime, it's just great to be kind of executing that plan. And we're starting to feel pretty confident.
You're playing Team Muskatowicz tomorrow. You need to win, likely to avoid maybe a tiebreaker or any sort of situation to get into the playoffs. How good do you guys have to be against that German team? Because they seem to be playing well here in Saskatoon.
Yeah, they're really good. They're strong scrubbers. Yeah. And our LSD is not great this week. So we kind of need to at least put a point on the board to avoid maybe tiebreakers, or it might not even get us into one. So it's going to be full effort. We're going to rest up and ready to fire.
Great stuff. Brett, thank you for this. Enjoy a night in Saskatoon.
Thanks, Devin. Try to stay warm.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry about the weather. Brett Gallant on the post-game show after a victory over Team Gushue. Funny to hear him talk about being on both sides of that. As Carrie Einarson, look at that shot as she makes her way past adoring fans right there and into our broadcast location. This is becoming a nightly thing, Carrie Einarson, because you just keep on rolling. A third win and into the playoffs. Just describe the moment and how good it's feeling right now.
It's feeling really good. When you're getting interviewed after a game, that means you likely won. So, we're playing well, and we're loving the game and just going out there making curling shots and putting pressure on the opponents.
I've been loving specifically talking to our Canadian curlers because you were vulnerable last night about being in a dark place after the trials. Brad and Brett talking about sort of the emotional hangover from winning and just having to reset and everything. But it really feels like you guys have hit the reset button in a nice way, and it's proving to great curling on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, we played so well in Halifax. So we took a plus from that and just brought that forward. And we weren't dwelling on the one bad game that we had, and we just are focusing on the now.
The slam in Saskatoon, good vibes in the arena. I don't want to say there's something to prove, but how nice would it be? You talk about curling great at the trials, but just to get deep into the playoffs or even into the final here.
Oh, that's definitely a goal for us. We haven't been in a slam final yet this season, and we're definitely looking for our first. So we're playing well, and we just got to carry that going forward.
If you keep winning, we're going to run out of things to talk about, Carrie. I think that's all I have. Anything else on your mind? Who's watching? Who might give a shout out to who might be watching?
My family back home, Chloe and Cameron and Kyle, and my parents. And yeah, love you, miss you.
Great stuff. Congratulations, Carrie. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Carrie Einarson on the post-game show. A smiling skipper from Gimli, Manitoba, no doubt. After another victory, she is into the playoffs. So far, so good. Rapid fire here on the post-game show. That is going to do it for tonight, Thursday night in Saskatoon, as we continue on at the Canadian Open. Look at that. Gushue's still out there taking photos, a farewell tour. Carrie Einarson is over there as well. Yes, curlers, I've always said, best athletes on the planet because they're always taking time with the fans. As we say so long from Saskatoon, a reminder that down the highway in Martinsville, the Tier 2 event is taking place. And the last two teams on the men's and women's side are going to play right here on Sunday. A lot of curling ahead still before we get there. We'll figure out the playoff picture. Maybe could be tiebreakers. I'm being told that tiebreakers are in the forecast. So put the coffee on, put the kettle on. We'll be back here for Friday at the HearingLife Canadian Open. Good night for now, curling fans.